What's going on, everybody? Fastest Prius here. I just want to have a little yap session with you guys. But before we do that, let's just get a real quick cold start on the crowd killer over here. Okay, not quite cold, but cold enough. So I just want to give you guys just quick little rundown plans for the channel, what I'm trying to do here. So my only real goal, well, I got like two real goals for this channel. I want to first and foremost build a community. I don't really care about any clout that comes with like the YouTube social media stuff. I just want to have a bunch of people that like cool cars, you know. I think that's really awesome. And my other goal is simply just to share what I have with you guys, you know. I really like what Stradman and the Hamilton collection do, where they share their cars with people through videos. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna be moving a little bit slower through the Brabus, because I am waiting on the sound system. So my buddy that I bought the car off of, he had taken the sound system out, put it in his Hellcat. Now he so graciously decided that he was going to remove it from his Hellcat and give it back to me. He didn't have to do that, but he wants to give it back to me. So waiting on that, and then I've realized that a lot of the stuff on that car is going to be easy enough. So we're going to be moving a little bit slower through that. I'm going to be doing more short form videos because those do well. And then long form videos, I was going to go every week. Now I do want to have this video out a week from when I uploaded the first video. So we may still be doing that. But I just wanted to just kind of sit with you guys real quick, kind of give you the rundown. Because again, the most important thing to me is building a community of people that just like cars. I think there's nothing better than that. I'm not the most social guy on the planet, but I just love talking about cars. You know, I love just hanging out, driving cool cars, looking at cool cars, taking pictures and videos of cool cars. And I just want to get like-minded individuals, so we can all enjoy my cars or whatever cars I may be running into together. You know, that is the most important thing to me. I want you guys to enjoy what I'm doing just as much as I enjoy what I'm doing. So I'd also appreciate any sort of feedback you guys may have for me. I would love it if you guys were to let me know what kind of videos you want to see. If there's any things you guys want me to do on the Brabus, I think that would be awesome if you guys just, you know, I swear I'm not doing this for interactions. I genuinely want to hear from you guys. If you guys could drop a comment, tell me what you want me to be doing, send me a DM on Instagram, you know, whatever it may be. I just want to hear from you guys and get your opinions. Now, with that being said, I'm done yapping. All right, so now that we are back here, mission number one is to free this, because this section of the hinge is blocking that very last 10mm nut that I need to get out in order to replace this. We have one, we have two back here, and then we have three right there. That is all we need to remove in order to get this off, aside from these guys here. Not a big deal. So, side note, this right here, these are TV screens that are supposed to go right here. Now, my buddy told me that these do not work. Gotta figure out why that is. But just for anyone doubting whether or not this is actually a Brabus, even with all the stuff that was showcased in the Backseats Boys YouTube videos, this is a Brabus, because no other S600 has these screens. That simply doesn't happen. We also have rear climate control. We have these little buttons. I believe they're for controlling these screens. And then, of course, we got another screen, because why not? Another distinguishing feature for those that do know the Brabus T12. See this right here? What does this look like to you? I'll give you a hint. This is for an Xbox. They put in the Brabus T12 an Xbox that sat probably somewhere back here. Not entirely sure where yet. I gotta really get into all of this. This is all for an aftermarket sound system. Gonna need to figure out, because I do want to get an Xbox back in here, because the one that was here was removed at some point. I would kill to have a working Xbox back here. That would be so perfect. And the car isn't truly done right until we have the Xbox, it's working, and I get the screens that go back here working. Here's one of them. And I don't think this screen works either. Maybe. I'm gonna have to check. But if I get all that working, I will be super happy. This is gonna be a long process because obviously electrical sucks and German cars love having electrical issues. But soft closed doors. You hear the vacuum pump going. But yeah, this car is not finished until the working Xbox is there. I want to be able to play like Black Ops 1 on an Xbox in the backseat of my car, because that would be awesome. So I'm going to call step 1 to removing the trunk linkage. I'm just going to get this out of my way because I got my trusty hammer, and I'm going to use a wood block so I don't hammer directly on this guy right here. But we're just going to get a little pick in here, pop this guy out. See right there? That's great. And then all we're going to have to do is just shove this thing forwards if it wants to come out. This probably hasn't been removed in 20 years, quite literally. So that's what this guy is for. It's gonna, and it set itself back. So hold on. And then I'm gonna get this guy right here, pop it out just like that. Super easy. I just want this out of my way. I don't really need to remove this fully. I just want to be able to actuate it, just move it up and down. But now we are going to get a hammer on here and beat the crap out of it. Bad news and fantastic news. So a little update, I did remove the shock right here. The bad news is I could not free this thing up for the life of me. So I've left this thing sitting in WD-40 overnight for like 3 nights in a row. This guy just will not unstick itself. So what I did is I took my trusty pry bar here, my big boy, and I bent this thing out just enough where I can get a wrench on here now. And this thing is almost completely out. It's just so close. So that's fantastic, because that's better than not being able to fit a wrench in here. Unfortunately, this is my smallest 10, and all of my tools are snap-on, so I don't want to mess up any of my stuff, because this wrench is like worth about as much as my firstborn child whenever I do have kids. So yeah, I'd rather not modify this, shave it down, make it thinner. But we are just a couple threads away from getting this out. And then we just got 110, 210, and then this whole thing will be free. I do have that holding up the whole trunk. So it's a little ghetto, but we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I won't get decapitated. I need to be better about filming the process. But we got it out. Wasn't that bad. Don't have the new one in. Because what I actually want to do, so you have to remove this guy, this hydraulic shock, from right there and right there. Because this, it moves that gear right there. So on a typical S430, you got yourself a spring, or this is, I believe, off a different generation. It's just the fact that it fits. I'm just using this as a temporary thing, because what I actually want to do is I do want to save this, but this gear is frozen. That gear directly connects to this arm that is stuck. I would rather save this just so I can say that I have the original one in there. But I think that's going to be low on the list of priorities. I just want to get the trunk set right. I want to make sure everything aligns correctly. And in the meantime, I'm going to find a safe spot to put this, or I might just put it back, because this guy is going to be actuating itself. And I'm hoping this guy didn't get hurt too bad, just from the lack of movement, because this pump has been making this guy go off every single time I've opened this trunk, and every single time someone else has opened this trunk for God only knows how long. Latch is adjusted. Let's see just how good this lines up now. Oh. So you can hear that the pump does in fact work, but I spent literally 2.5 minutes adjusting the panel gaps. You can see right here, we do have a line that goes straight across, because when this got folded up, it kind of bent this whole trunk. This, of course, was tapped down because it was sitting so bad it kept pushing in right here and folding up. But dang, this stupid thing, man. Pops super easy, comes up super easy. You can see this corner doesn't hit anymore. It did take a pretty serious beating from how bad it was pushed out. But we are looking super solid. So this is just some quick, super easy progress. So it doesn't want to latch itself just because this guy right here is not on the new piece. But I am going to be fighting to free this. As soon as I get this free, I am going to be switching straight back to this. But for the meantime, this is just a good temporary fix. And I mean, this thing just doesn't want to latch unless you shut it really hard, or it doesn't want to sit all the way flat, because the weight on these Mercedes trunks is pretty good. But boom.